I'm here investigating this Bill McIntosh phenomenon. Let's see what people think.
Bill McIntosh?
Oh yes, his AI knowledge is almost as powerful as my magic spells.
Bill McIntosh? His traffic strategies are used across 17 galaxies. Even Martians watch his show. Captain McIntosh's traffic secrets help me navigate the digital seas perfectly. His show be pure treasure, mate.
Bill McIntosh's AI insights fuel my experiments. His live stream is pure scientific genius.
Sir William McIntosh's online business strategies help me modernize my kingdom. I never miss his weekly show.
As you can see, Bill McIntosh's influence reaches everyone from wizards to scientists. His weekly show has become a cultural phenomenon.
It's time for the Bill McIntosh Show.
And we're live. Over to you, Bill.
Bill, are you there? We seem to be having technical difficulties. Bill, are you there?
And we're live. Over to you, Bill.
Bill, are you there? We seem to be having technical
difficulties indeed. So hello and welcome to the show. I am your host, Bill McIntosh. Let me check the chat here real quick and just make sure that we are indeed live. Do me a favor, give me a big old hello in the chat. So hi out there, welcome to the show. So if you are an entrepreneur, small business owner, or someone wanting to start a business and you want to use AI, you want to use some of the most cutting edge strategies to launch and then grow your business, you're in the right place. That's what this show is all about. And today I'm going to be covering two strategies that are going to help you. There we go, whichever way. But we're going to do two strategies that are going to help you get traffic to your brand new business. I'm going to focus on two. One of them, it wasn't even possible to do about a week ago. So it's so brand new. It is so hot. You've probably never heard of it before. You've probably never done it before. I'll teach it to you, and it's perfectly suited, especially if you're just starting out. And then we're going to talk about a little known traffic strategy on a platform. It's a huge platform. I know you've heard of it, called TikTok. And we're going to be diving into how you can use TikTok even if you don't want to be on video, even if you don't want to be dancing, you don't want to be doing weird content. And no, you do not have to make strange AI slop of fake people. That's not what we're talking about. This is a completely different strategy that is uniquely suited for those who are not experts at TikTok, who do not want to be on camera and want to get traffic to their business without having to do all that silly stuff that everyone else is doing. So we'll be talking about that. And those are the two tactics that I'm going to cover today. And I think, with that, let me see if I can, the chat's a little bit tough for me to see over here, but awesome. Great. Okay, got lots of hellos. Hey, do me a favor, by the way, since we're just getting started, I would love to hear where in the world are you, number one, and number two, are you new to the show? Give me an I'm new, or let me know if you're an old timer. Say I'm new or I'm old. I guess you could say one or the other. I'm new or I'm old, and tell me where in the world you're at. I always love to see how international of an audience we have on the show, and we'll do some shout outs. So I see Devon, I'm new. Jacksonville, Florida. I see USA. I see Texas. That looks like Michael. I see Andrew is new. Nashville, Tennessee. Is 47 old, says Andrea. No, definitely not. I'm new in Louisiana, says Joey. Philly, real old, recently new, from Greg. Hey, Greg. We have I'm new and old from James, and Highlands of Scotland. Maybe one from the land of my ancestors. So hello and welcome. And they're not new. That's Women's Pathway to Transform. And then Palm Harbor, Florida, DeSoto, Kansas, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Claudia is new. Wendella is from Sweden. I'm an older person who is new to this, says Ray. Awesome. Deland, Florida. I'm new and old, says that's okay, that's Devon. Nikki is in Cincinnati, Ohio, is one of our Buildy builders. So how many of you are on Buildy? That's I'm the CEO and co-founder of Buildy.ai. Who here is a Buildy builder who's already using Buildy.ai, creating businesses, launching businesses? That's my passion project. It's the greatest project I've worked on in my entire career in providing products and services to entrepreneurs. It's pretty darn awesome. Awesome. Oh, I also see Switzerland. Cool. All right. Awesome. Well, we have a lot of people in the U.S. like usual, but also a nice international audience. And I see our numbers are building. And I see a lot of my fellow builders out there. So welcome, everybody. Whether you're new to the channel, you're new to Buildy AI, or not, I'm going to give you a lot of value on today's show. One of the things that I am commonly asked about is how to get traffic. There's all these tools now to build stuff, right? Whether you use Buildy AI, or there are tons of other stuff out there too, whatever platform you're using to build, whether it's an app, a website, a sales funnel, whatever it might be, the biggest problem that comes next is how do I get traffic? Which, awesomely enough, Buildy.ai solves that for you. It actually has, I think at this point, a dozen different ways to help you get traffic once you have launched. So not only does Buildy launch your business, build your website, build your sales funnel or apps or tools or whatever it is you want to build, it then helps you launch and get traffic. But today we're going to talk about two unique strategies that you can apply to any business, whether you built it in Buildy or not. And we're going to be covering that. One is a paid strategy, and one is a free strategy. So a bit of both. And personally, I'm a big fan of covering both of those. I know some people, they love to focus on one or the other. I like to have a nice blend where I'm getting free organic traffic from like social media or from even to this day with all the hype about Google and the changes there, you still can get a lot of traffic from Google search. And even Bing, if you remember Bing from Microsoft, that search engine still to this day can send you a good amount of traffic. So search is one organic path. And then you have social, which are things like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, which we're going to talk about today. So that is the agenda. And then the paid strategy is something really darn cool. It was something that I got invited in. I got a private invite to check out the platform early. And now the platform is open to the public, so you can sign up, where just mere weeks ago, it was closed and by invite only. So I'm going to show you inside my account. I'm going to show you everything I have learned on how to use this new platform, and got a lot to cover today. Cool. And I'm going to check one thing before we kick it off. Hold on one second here. Trying to figure out what happened with notifications for the show. I think some of them didn't go out for one reason or another, but okay, cool. Oh, there we go. That one went out. Says it went out. Okay, well then we will kick it off. All right, so I'm going to get ready, get my teleprompter set up, get my screen sharing set up, and we're going to dive into today's content in just a moment. But before I do, I'm going to take a very quick commercial break, and then we're going to be right back with all of the content from today. So let's see. Let me pick one here. Which one are we going to run? We shall run this one. I'll be right back in just a moment with today's content on all about how to use ChatGPT Ads, which is the mystery platform that I've had access to for some time, and I'm going to show you how you can get access to it and how you can automatically create ChatGPT ads and have them posted for you. All of that coming right after this quick commercial break. Can I ask you a brutally honest question? How long have you been, quote, starting a business in your head? Has it been days, weeks, months, years? What if this time, right now, you didn't have to learn code, you didn't have to design a website, you didn't have to figure out ads or funnels or any of that stuff at all. You didn't even have to figure out what niche market to go into. But what if all you had to do is tell an AI, hey, build me a business around this idea? And then the entire startup team of 7 different AI agents went to work on your behalf and built it for you. That's exactly what Buildy.ai does right now. It gives you 7 different AI teammates that work on your behalf. You have a strategist that helps you find your niche idea, product ideas, pricing, and anything you need in terms of advice to get started. You have a designer agent that makes your brand, your pages, your logos, they look beautiful and legitimate and professional. You'll have an engineer that writes all the code that runs your business. It sets up your hosting, your databases, and everything you need to launch. You'll also have a marketer that builds your funnels, your emails, your ads, all the stuff that gets you traffic and customers. And then you have an operator that answers your phone, does your chat support, and follows up with leads while you sleep. So whether you want a niche online store, an info product business where you sell ebooks or trainings or courses, maybe you have a local service that you want to have published online to finally look professional and slick, or maybe you'd like to start a software business. Well, you bring the vision, the AI team builds the business for you end to end. Over 7,000 entrepreneurs are already doing this with Buildy right now. If you don't have a business yet, but you know you want one this year, go to Buildy.ai, sign up. You can try it out for free, decide if it's good for you. I think you'll be blown away. And then you get to let our AI team build the thing you've been overthinking about for way too long. Head on over there. I'll drop that link in the comment or description as well. Get started building your either first or next business. I'll see you over there. Can I ask you a brutally honest question? How long have you been, quote, starting a business? All right, so enough with that. Commercial over. I think a few of you are on a YouTube ad break. Wow, I noticed my screen got very pixelated for some reason. So apologies for that. If you're seeing like a crazy blurry version of me, I'm noticing that it seems to be acting up a little bit. But we're going to be diving into today's content next. And I'm going to do a quick experiment here. One moment while I try something. I'm going to try refreshing on this page over here. See if that fixes the pixelated version of me. I'll be right back. All right, well, it helped a little bit, I think. Okay, well, thanks for bearing with the technical difficulties. And with that, we're going to dive in. So I've got my trusty teleprompter, and we're going to be doing the segment now on a traffic source that I am certain you're not using. It's a whole brand new strategy, whole brand new traffic source. We're going to dive in and talk about it. It's pretty darn exciting. And because, I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing this for 25 years, more than 25 years now. And every time there is a new traffic platform, a paid strategy, a paid ads platform, when it's brand new, there's like this gap where there's massive opportunity before everybody floods in and it gets oversaturated. And every time I've been able to get onto a new platform early, and what I do is I tweak it, I test it, I experiment with all kinds of different unexpected ways of using the platform, testing every possible thing I can. I figure out all the little hacks and tricks to make it work to its best. And then for a good 6 months to a year, there's usually a room to get some amazing results before everybody else comes into the platform. And then the prices start to go up and it gets more competitive and it gets more difficult to use. I mean, this was the thing going way back on the Google Ads platform when it first launched. That was what happened there. You look at the same thing in the Facebook ads platform. When you very first could start with Facebook, it was like the Wild West. Same with TikTok ads. And now today, what I'll be talking about with ChatGPT ads. And it is absolutely brand new. At the time of us being live right now, this was not open to the public. I got an early invite, and so I got a chance to play around with the platform, and it is now open to the public. So we'll be talking a little bit about this on this show. Okay, cool. And all right, cool. And now during the show, I am recording. So I'm going to create what's called my hook, because I'm going to record this segment and we're going to reuse it in social media, probably going to use it in a course or two. And so I'm going to read through, I'm going to have a teleprompter script that is my quote unquote hook. That's the beginning intro to the video. Then I'm going to share my screen. We'll dive in and I'll show you the whole thing and how it works. I'll even show you inside my account. I'll show you some weird and unexpected results and some awesome stuff inside my account. We'll do that in a moment. And then we're going to open it up to Q&A. So once I get done with the whole segment, I'll then open up Q&A and we'll take your questions about this new platform. Okay? And by the way, I do see somebody asking me about trying to enable Portuguese captions while we're live. I do not think YouTube does live foreign language translation captions. I think it only does that on a pre-recorded video, unfortunately. So, but with that, we'll go back. I'm going to do questions as soon as we get through with today's training. So I'm going to record the hook right now. So if I'm not paying attention to chat, it's because I'm busy trying to record this content. I'll get it all out to you, and then we'll do Q&A. Here we go. The next major traffic source is not from Google. It's not from Facebook or YouTube. It is hiding inside a brand new platform that only just now is open to the public. Because Google gets people when they search, right? Facebook, they get to people when they scroll. YouTube gets to people while they're watching content like this. But ChatGPT, it gets people when they're deciding what to buy. And that changes everything. Most solopreneurs, they're still fighting for traffic on Google, Facebook, or YouTube. But ChatGPT has quietly opened up a brand new advertising platform, and I got invited in early. I tested it, and I found something very different from every other ad platform I've ever used before. This is not about keyword traffic like in search. It's not interest targeting like on Facebook. This is conversation targeting. And if you run these like normal ads, you'll probably waste a bunch of your money. So in this video, I'm going to take you inside my account. I'm going to show you how ChatGPT ads actually work. I'm going to show you what makes them different from every other platform. And you're going to want to stick around all the way to the end of this video because I'm going to show you a brand new AI tool that automates the whole process. It writes the ad, it creates the images, it handles the targeting, it even posts your ChatGPT campaigns for you. It is amazing. This is the first real traffic gold rush of this new AI era. So, are you ready to collect your share of it? Oh, real quick, before the compliance goblins come for me, I gotta say this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not click a button and go out and buy a yacht next Thursday. So please do not mortgage your house. Please do not fire your boss during this video. And please don't start yacht shopping just because your first ad starts to make you sales. This is a new traffic source. That's it. It still takes a real offer, a real business, but if you do this right, there might be serious early mover advantage here for you. So now that I've satisfied the legal goblins, let me show you what ChatGPT ads actually look like because the setup, it's not what I expected. Okay, cool. So with that, we're now going to get into sharing the screen. So let me get a window up here. I have a lot of stuff to show you and a lot of things to share. So let me find, where shall I start first? Okay, where's my ChatGPT Ads account? Pull it over here. Refresh it, make sure I'm still logged in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share that window. And just get the screen sharing set up. And we'll do this window, do that, and share. Okay. Just go to that. I am not sure where that audio is coming from. What is happening there? Where is that? Oh, I know what's happening. Here, hold on. Okay, I think we should be safe now. There we go. Okay, now this is inside my account, and here I will zoom in a little bit to try to make this visible. So here's some of the testing that I have done, and some of the things that I have noticed about ChatGPT Ads. So let's go into our account. Now, by the way, this is a paid advertising platform. So you do have to create your account. I'll give you a link to that in a moment in the chat and down below. But you create ads that are very similar to how you create ads on platforms like Facebook. And you'll notice at the top, we have campaigns, we have ad groups, and then we have ads. So the campaign is like the big sort of container at the top level that is kind of holding ad groups. And then ad groups contain your targeting, budgets, and things like that. And then inside of an ad group, you have ads. So it's sort of like this nested box of ads that can be multiple ads inside of an ad group, and you can have multiple ad groups inside of a campaign. So this is an example of an ad and what it looks like. So, and here, can I zoom in on this even more? Let me see if I can. There we go. So that's an example of what an ad looks like inside ChatGPT. And you'll notice it's got a headline, it's got a description, and then it's got an image. Okay. Here are a few examples of these. All right, so that's what the ads look like themselves, and that's how the campaigns are structured. Now, when you create a new campaign, let's go through that process right now. If you're starting out from scratch, you start with a new campaign. You give your campaign a name, and then currently, here, let's just put testing while live, okay? Here, you can choose your objectives. You have reach, and you have clicks. So this platform is brand new, and coming soon, you will also be able to target conversions, and that's things like leads or sales. So that is something coming up. Right now, I recommend you do clicks. If you're a newer advertiser, you can go with clicks. If you are a little bit more experienced, you can go with reach. And what happens is, if you pick, here, I'll put myself in the corner here, but if you pick reach, You're paying by the 1,000 impressions of your ads. So for every 1,000 impressions of your ad, you're bidding and paying for that. If you choose clicks, you're paying when someone clicks. So it's predictable. You know how much to pay when someone clicks. Of course, you got locations. Now, right now, you can see where it is available. They're adding more locations available now, but this is what is available to target currently. You have your budget. You can pick a lifetime or a daily budget for your campaign. And then if you're tracking conversions, like if you have, there's a tracking code that they give you that if you put it on your website, you can track when leads or sales come in. So for example, here I can track when someone signs up to Buildy or when someone takes a free trial, right? So I can add these tracking events right there. We can also pick the start date. And if we want it to end, we can pick it, we check that, we can pick an end date, okay? So that's what you look at when you're creating a campaign. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next step. The next step is to create our ad group. So here's our ad group. So we'll say again, testing, allow, live. Our ad group, you bid by the click. So now, one thing I do want to say here, your bids, some of you, if you're used to buying, if you're expecting really, really cheap traffic, that's not what you're going to get from ChatGPT. Instead, what you're going to get is very valuable traffic. ChatGPT clicks to my business so far, the rate at which people sign up and join my offers is like double what Facebook ads are. Now, I am spending more money per click on average than what I'm spending on Facebook, but it is more than double the conversion rates. And so I'm seeing lots of traffic convert as leads and as registering for things. I'm seeing traffic convert into like putting in your credit card and doing a trial, putting in your card and buying stuff. It is converting really well across the board for me. So expect to pay a higher traffic cost, but you will be getting really amazing results for that. So let's go back to the screen. All right, so you bid here, and the default value it's got in there right now is $3.30. So you'll notice, like if I go down to $2, it's going to say it may not deliver. I have found that that's not true. I have found that I can go low on my bids and I will get a little traffic. But if you want a high volume of traffic, you need to put in a pretty high amount. So if I'll just go with 3. Now, you will not pay 3. That is the funny thing about this. I have campaigns where I'm bidding $5, $6, $7 a click, but it's an auction. So this is what the maximum you're willing to pay. An auction happens in real time for every single ad that gets shown. And you're going to find that you're going to pay much less than that. So I have campaigns where I bid $5 or more, and my clicks are costing me like $2 to $3 per click. So that is really good. Now, one thing to realize with this too is that you're bidding to put an ad in front of somebody at the perfect moment. Okay. It's like the evolution of advertising at its peak, right? You heard me say before, on Facebook, you're putting ads in front of people while they're mindlessly scrolling through social media, right? You've done it, I've done it, right? You're not really there with a high intention of buying things. Then on Google, it's better because you're catching people while they're searching, right? So they might say something like, how do I build a website? Search. Then I could put an ad in front of them. With ChatGPT ads, somebody is deep in research mode. They're deep in action, trying to find, well, what tools should they use to build their website, right? They might even be trying to brainstorm out ideas for building that site. They might be asking it to do price comparisons, do reviews. And now you get to put your ad in front of somebody right at the moment where they need your services or your products the most. So you can think about all of the problems that your product or service helps solve. Well, you can make an ad for every single angle and unique problem that your thing solves. And when someone is now researching in ChatGPT, boom, your ad is right in front of them, offering them the solution to that problem. or any goal or positive outcome that your customers would get by using your product or service, think about what that is. And when they're researching how to achieve that, boom, your ad shows up right in front of them at the peak moment. This is not targeting by keyword. This is targeting in a whole different way. And I'll show you some examples of the targeting I'm using so you can really understand that. Okay, let's go back to the screen. Put me down there. Getting to targeting, you'll see here context hints. We are going to describe the conversations, topics, or keywords where your product or service may be relevant. So this is much different. So you're going to type in something like user who is searching for advice and help choosing their niche market so they can start a business, right? You see how that's different? Now, I have had success with really long context hints. You can put up to 10,000 characters in this field, and I have had success with very descriptive, very long targeting that really clearly identifies the perfect person to buy my product or service. And I've only just scratched the surface. You know, I have maybe, I don't think I quite have 24 ads in my account yet. And I think by the time I'm done, I'm going to end up targeting, and I'm going to have perhaps hundreds of ads for every single unique problem, every single unique thing people might be trying to create. And and then I can write an ad that uniquely targets that problem so they'll click and come to my business and do business with me to solve that problem or achieve that goal. Make sense? So now we go next, configure ads, okay? So we got to give our ad testing while live. Now usually I like to use some tracking here. I'm just going to leave it to the homepage for this test. But here, now remember, what we did in the last step was we're targeting people looking for niche research, right? So there are people that are researching their niche. And so I'm going to put an ad that says, need help? Let's see. Need help choosing your niche? Question mark. Right? Because I can put that ad right in front of them while they have that need. And I'm going to say, have a quick voice conversation with this AI, and he'll research and launch your business. Okay? So headline that calls out to my ideal prospect so that they'll pay attention to the ad, and a description that tells what the benefit is of why do they want to click and come check out the ad. And you need an image, by the way. So I'll just, what am I going to use for an image? Let's go with, you know what? I have an image of Buildy, so I'm going to put Buildy on there. Okay, so I've uploaded that image. Okay, there seems to be a little delay. There we go. Now the image is on there. And we get a little preview on the right what our ad is going to look like. So I'll try to zoom into that a little bit. Now, if I zoom in too much, there we go. So hopefully you can see what that looks like. So next we go to review. So here's all of our stuff, and we click create campaign. And this takes a moment to finish its stuff and do its thing. There we go. So it is now submitted. And you'll notice they have these, see that ad in review? When an ad has been submitted and it's in review, you'll see this. It will say not serving. And then you'll see it change green and turn to serving when it's running. So let's see, where is my new ad? And we'll go here. Let's find it in our campaigns. There's our new ad, our new campaign right there. There's the ad group. There's the ad. And we can see here it's currently in review. Now, the user interface is very basic. I will say that going in. It's a very basic user interface. And their tracking is improving. So one of the things, just realize this is, you can see it's labeled as beta up at the top here. It'll only get better from here. But I'll tell you firsthand, I'm having really, really good luck. I am liking the results, the money coming into our pocket, much better with ChatGPT ads than, say, compared to our Facebook ads. And again, I think out of every traffic source we have right now, ChatGPT ads are giving me the most signups of any platform. So they're super, super effective. Now, how'd you like to hear something amazing? Absolutely amazing. I promised you that there was a tool, an AI platform that will do all of this for you. So what if when it comes to like brainstorming up what your ads should be, what if an AI just did that? What if it just brainstormed up your targeting, what your ad should be, writes your copy, makes your image, and then submits the ad to ChatGPT ads? So what I'm about to show you is, I believe, the first platform in the world currently able to do this. So let's dive into that, which I'm here with my live audience. So who wants that? Who here would like an AI tool that just does everything to make perfect ChatGPT ads with great images, text, headlines, everything, and you just hit a button and pop, it just submits it right into ChatGPT ads, done for you? Who would like that? Let me see in the chat. Who would enjoy having that tool right now? Okay, lots of me's, lots of me's. Okay, there they come. Me. Okay, cool. Well, hey, note for editor, you'll edit this piece out when we're, when we edit this up. So a note for editor, edit this little segment out. But hey, audience, you know all the people earlier who said you wanted Buildy.ai? It's included. It just got pushed today. You now have access to use Buildy to make your ChatGPT ads and post them to your ChatGPT ads account. You will need a ChatGPT ads account, so you do have to go sign up. ChatGPT makes you go through this authorization process where you prove who you are, and then your account is approved. Once you're live, it's very simple to connect your ChatGPT ads account with Buildy, and it will make all of your ChatGPT ads for you. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so now I'm going to say the bit for our recording, okay? So the amazing platform that will do all of that work and put the ads after creating the image, the targeting, all of your text, and with one click pushes it right into your ChatGPT ads account. And that platform is none other than Buildy.ai. So I am going to pull up the screen again 1 second. And show you an example of that. Now I'm going to show you how to set this up. So I'll show you how to set the initial setup step in Buildy. So when you come and log into Buildy, let's see, which account am I in currently? Okay, I'm going to log out of this one and log into a different account. Give me 1 second to do that. Okay, cool. All right, so now you're going to go into your projects. So for this one, I'm going to go into, I'll go into this one. Okay, so any project you have inside of Buildy, you go into the project, and we're going to go into the Manage tab and connect Buildy to your ChatGPT ads account. And this process takes just a moment. So while the project's waking up, all right, come on, Buildy, wake up. Give it a refresh. There we go. So we come up to Manage. You go under Marketing and Ads, And one of the things that you will see is you now have an OpenAI Ads section here, okay? We click connect, and you're gonna need to put what's called your key in here to do that. And so I'm gonna do that off screen for just a moment. Let me get my key. And I'll pull this, here, let's do it this way. I'll come back on camera while I put my key in there. Your key is private. You should store it and save it in a safe location. You will not, once you generate your key in ChatGPT, I'll show you where you do that in a moment. You want to store it and save it because you won't be able to go back and get it. So let's see here. Let's go back to my ad account settings. And I'll show you that right now. Let's show you that first. Okay, so in your ChatGPT account, go under settings, general, and you'll see the API keys right here, okay? So, and then we click create new key. So I'm gonna create my key, and then I'm gonna go paste it into Buildy. So let me cover the screen while I do that. They're they're very sensitive because you're giving people access to your OpenAI account. And so you don't, that's why I'm keeping this private, and you don't want to do that. Don't, you know, you don't want to share this with anyone. So let me now go put it into Buildy, paste, connect. Okay, it's now connected. So let's go back. Let me close my key. Go back here. All right, so now you can see my OpenAI ads are connected. Now, if you would like to track your ads, you want to have Buildy track your ads when people click and go browse your site, there's one more setup step. And if we come in here, we're going to come under tools, conversions, and we have what's called a pixel. So right there's the pixel. So we're going to just copy it. I've clicked it to copy. I come back here and we paste it. Save. Awesome. And if you want to have Buildy go put that pixel throughout your website, you just click the inject pixel button there, and it'll spread it all throughout your website, and your pixel will be set up, okay? So now, what have we done by doing that? So you never have to do those steps again. You do those two steps once. You put in your key, you put in your pixel. From there on, it is just, it's handled. You never have to deal with that again. And now we can ask Buildy to make our ChatGPT ads. So let's go in and check this out. So I'm going to, I got to get a microphone ready for a moment. So give me a second to get that going. And I'm going to go over here, and all I'm going to do is I am going to talk to Buildy in plain English. So I'm going to click Speak with Buildy by voice, and here we go. Okay, I got to give permissions to my microphone.
Hey, Bill. Welcome back. Looks like we wrapped up the trigger fix on your customer welcome sequence. That's now set to fire.
Yeah, so hey,
on
Buildy, I want to ask you a question. I heard that you can now do ChatGPT ads. Can you help me create some ChatGPT ads?
Yeah, absolutely. ChatGPT ads are something I can help with. These are single image ad campaigns that show up inside ChatGPT conversations, so they tend to reach people who are actively researching something, which means higher intent traffic. They're US only though, and they do run a bit pricier than Meta ads. Before I get the team started, what's the goal? Are you looking to drive clicks to your site, or more about getting in front of as many people as possible for reach?
Yeah, I want to drive clicks to my site, and I want you to help me brainstorm up like what angle and what targeting should I use to get the right kind of people who are going to sign up and buy on our site?
Love it. Clicks is the default goal for ChatGPT ads, so we're already aligned there. To help me brainstorm the right angle and targeting, tell me a little more about who your ideal customer is. Like, who are you trying to get to the site? Are we talking solopreneurs, small business owners, a specific industry? The more you can tell me about who's most likely to buy, the sharper I can make the recommendations.
Yeah, I'm looking for like an entrepreneur or solopreneur or even a small business, but I'm looking for them early when they're initially doing research about launching their business and about like building their website, coming up with strategy, things like that. I want to catch them very early and put my ad in front of them.
That's actually a perfect fit for ChatGPT PT early research phase, are literally typing questions into ChatGPT like, how do I launch my business? Or what do I need to build a website? And your ad shows up right in that moment. The intent match is really strong there. For the angle, I'd lean into something like your first move positioning. The idea that Buildy is the smartest starting point before they waste time and money figuring it out the hard way. Something that speaks to the overwhelm of starting and positions Buildy as the shortcut that does the heavy lifting for them. For targeting, we'd want to focus on people researching things like website builders, business launch, how to start an online business, that kind of intent. Does that direction feel right? Or do you want to sharpen the angle before we build the ad?
No, that sounds perfect. Can you make the ads for me? And also make sure you make the image very brightly colored so it attracts attention. It's easy to see since they're tiny little images. But yeah, let's go ahead and go with it. Make my ads.
Before I send the team off, I just need one thing. Where should the ad send people when they click? Is it your main site at buildy.ai/start or somewhere else?
Yeah, let's send them there. That's perfect.
I've got the team on it now. They're building a single image ChatGPT ad campaign targeting early stage entrepreneurs researching how to launch with that your first move angle and a bright high contrast image designed to pop even at small sizes. The ad will land at buildy.ai/start and will be created in a paused draft state so you can review everything before it goes live. I'll let you know as soon as it's ready. While we wait, one thing worth thinking about is whether you want to pair this with a meta campaign running the same angle. ChatGPT ads are great for high-intent research moments, but meta gives you much broader reach at a lower cost, so the two together can cover a lot of ground.
Okay, so you're telling me you can not only do ChatGPT ads, but you can do my meta ads to be on Facebook and Instagram too?
Yep, exactly. The team is putting the finishing touches on your ChatGPT ad right now, by the way. But yes, meta ads are fully supported too. Single image campaigns across Facebook and Instagram, and you can run them for traffic, leads, engagement, or sales, all created in a pause state so you review before anything goes live. The nice thing about running both is they serve different moments. ChatGPT catches people mid-research, while Meta puts you in front of people who might not even know they need something like Buildy yet. Together,
so
they cover
hey,
a lot
Buildy,
more.
let's do this. Let's go quiet and then come back and let me know as soon as the ChatGPT ads are ready.
Sounds good. I'll ping you the moment they're done.
Okay, so I've got him muted, and I want to point out something that some of you, the most clever of you watching, have spotted this. So Buildy not only does ChatGPT ads, it also does your meta ads. So it can create all the ad and post them and launch your campaigns and do your targeting and everything. You don't even have to visit Facebook. You don't have to visit ChatGPT ads. It just does it all for you while you talk to it. It's pretty amazing. Now, one of the things that I have noticed is a side benefit. When I advertise on ChatGPT, I get the click, I get the sign up, and I get a lot of activity on my website. But a percentage of those people buy, right? It's usually a smaller percentage of those people who click and come and buy, and then they leave. But here's the thing. Facebook sees this. Facebook sees every time a person goes to my website, and it now tracks them. So what has been happening is I've been getting the first click. Someone does some research on ChatGPT. They get a click from my ChatGPT ad. They visit my site. Maybe they sign up, maybe they don't, and then they leave. But they didn't buy, right? They didn't pay. Well, Facebook sees this, and Facebook picks up that visitor and does what's called retargeting. And this happens automatically, by the way. You don't even have to do a lot of fancy ad setup to make this occur. It just naturally happens if your Facebook ad accounts are set up properly, like what Buildy will set up for you. And then Facebook now targets those people with ads. They see the ad browsing on Facebook, and then they come back to Buildy on visit number 2, and then they buy. So it's like ChatGPT is helping feed my Facebook ad engine, and it's driving up my conversion rates on that Facebook traffic. So I get touch 1, they come in through ChatGPT. Touch 2, they get hit with a Facebook ad, and now they buy. So these two platforms blend together really nicely, just like Buildy was advising me in the chat session. So this is a really important factor, isn't it? The ChatGPT benefits are not limited to just that direct approach. If you're also doing Facebook ads at the same time, they work together and can get you some really powerful results. And so it looks like Buildy's still making our ChatGPT ads. So he'll be done, I think, momentarily. Let me ask him how it's going. Hey, Buildy, how's it going with those ChatGPT ads?
Almost there. The team just finished generating the image and is putting the final touches on the ad itself. Should be ready any moment now. Almost there. The team just finished generating the image and is putting the final touches on the ad itself. Should be ready any moment now.
He's doubly ready. Okay, cool. So we'll give that a moment. We'll give him a moment to make those ads.
Now. Hang tight.
Okay, he's almost ready.
Bill, your ChatGPT ad campaign is live in draft mode and ready for review. The team built 3 ad groups with 6 ads total, all paused, so nothing spends until you give it the green light. The ads use a mix of problem-led and outcome-led hooks specifically written for early-stage entrepreneurs doing research, and they all point to buildy.ai/start. You can pop into the dashboard now to check the creative.
Oh, wow. So you didn't just make one ad, you made me a whole bunch. Is that right?
That's right. 3 ad groups, 6 ads total. The idea is to test different hooks against your audience so you can see what actually resonates. Some lead with the problem, the overwhelm of starting, and others lead with the outcome, what life looks like once Buildy is doing the heavy lifting.
All right, so hung up on Buildy. Here is our ad, so we can click here and let's take a look. So hopefully these are visible on screen. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. It's not really kind of hard to do this in the user interface, but there is our ad. And you can see here, it's got our targeting right there. And you can see it's got these 2 different targeting, and it's got our, I like that image. It's very bright and jumps right off, even though it's a small image. So, and we can see what it's done is it has, okay, here, hold on. Trying to zoom in, and it's getting all out of whack. Okay, so we'll go back to marketing here. I think if I just click there we go. So I'll stop trying to zoom in on that, but you can see here, we have the campaign that it created overall. We have the ad groups, the ads that it created here. And so what I can do now is I can just check these boxes. So check all the ones that I might like. I click publish and confirm my budget. So I'm just going to spend, I'll just spend $20 a day right now, just as a nice little test budget. A lot of my campaigns, I'm finding do really well at about $100 a day budget, but whatever your budget is, you can set that here. And then let's just hit publish. And so I want you to think about this. Just by having a voice conversation with Buildy, we strategized our ad strategy together. He came up with unique copy, unique angles, all of our targeting, made all of our images, and created 6 ads for me to test, all while I was just having a conversation with him. Now that I hit that yellow button, they're already live in my ads account. So here, let's go back to OpenAI and we'll see. Just verify they made it. Yep, there it is. Oh, let's share the screen here. So right here, testing while live. There's our campaign. There's our ad group. And it looks like it's still, oh wait, no, that was the campaign I built just a minute ago. Hold on, this is it. Now where to go? Okay, hold on, it's gonna be one of the not serving ones. There it is. And look at that. They've already made it through editorial and they're already approved and they're already serving. So that's pretty amazing. Typically, when you make these ads by hand, they come to review and they take a while. Isn't that magical? We did it through Buildy and they immediately are serving. So check it out. Like if I go here to see that, it's still in review. That's the one I did by hand. The one I did by Buildy, already approved, already serving. Pretty awesome. So what you're going to want to do next is you're going to want to go to buildy.ai, sign up, and claim your account. So you can you'll be offered a 10-day trial if you take it immediately. You'll have a time limit on that. That's not available forever. But as of this moment, as soon as you sign up at Buildy, you will be offered a free 10-day trial. And you can sign up and go test this out yourself. You can build your website, your sales funnel, your lead generation funnel. You can build apps, anything that you need to build and deploy your business on the web. Plus, as you saw, it does your ChatGPT ads, does your meta ads, does all of your social media posting, does all of your email marketing. It does every aspect that you need to build, grow, and scale a business on the internet all in one platform just by talking to Buildy, as you saw me doing right there. So if you don't yet have an active Buildy account, you should go grab one now. This is the only platform in the world that I'm aware of at the time right now while we're recording this. This is not available anywhere else. So go grab your account. Again, just go to buildy.ai. That is BUILDY.ai and grab your account. And by the way, if you got value from this video, hit that thumbs up button that you see down below. And I deliver content like this every single week. So if you would like to join me either on one of my live sessions or you want more video training from me about how to start and grow your business online using AI and cutting edge tactics like these, then subscribe to the channel. You'll see that red subscribe button on YouTube. And I look forward to seeing you hopefully on another video soon. And with that, bye for now. But audience, I'm not going nowhere. That's just for the video recording. So now we're going to kick it to questions. And I saw a lot of questions coming in. So I have somebody who this is her first time helping me on the channel. So I'm going to invite her on, and we'll do a mic check here real quick. But she's going to be helping me with chat questions. So we'll see. Tristan, are you out there? Let's see if you're out there. Oh, I got to add you here. I'll add you to the stage. Okay, try now.
Hello.
Hey, there you are. Okay, yeah, you can still turn off your video or on, whichever you want to do. That's up to you. But hello, Tristan. Thanks for helping out today.
No problem.
All right, cool. So I don't know if we'll get to all of the questions because as I've been talking, the chat has been moving a lot. So I think we have a lot of questions. So let's pop through. Maybe we won't get them all done, but let's give it a try.
Absolutely. One person is asking, what is the cost after that 10-day trial?
There's a variety of plans available, and they range from as little as $24 a month, and they go up all the way up to as much as $499 a month. And you can also get annual plans if you want to save a bunch of money. I think it's about 25% off if you upgrade to an annual plan. So prices available at all different price points. And once you sign up, you'll see the full list of all the different levels and pricing and what's included. You'll see it once you create your account, you'll be presented with all that information and all the pricing.
Someone also just recently asked, can you show us how to add the pixel again?
Sure. Okay, so first you got to get your pixel inside of your account, inside the ChatGPT Ads Manager. For that, you go under Tools, Conversions, and here's my pixel right here, okay? Now I made that pixel. If you haven't made a pixel, you might have to say create data source in order to do it. So if you don't see a pixel here, this like you see right here, just come over here to create and then data source, and then it should pop up here. So, and then that's the pixel ID. We just click it and you see it copied it. We take that over to Buildy. We go under the marketing and ads section. You go to OpenAI, and then I've already added the pixel, so it's the field's gone, but there'll be a box right here for you to paste it in and hit save. Okay, so again, under your ChatGPT Ads Manager, it's under Tools and Conversions. Then under Buildy, it's under, you go to Manage at the top, and then Marketing and Ads, and you'll look for your OpenAI Ads section here. And you just paste it in and hit save. All right, cool. Next question.
Someone also asked, which is better to start? Would it be like the daily budget or something else within Buildy?
Yeah, I would start with a daily budget. And one thing too to realize, ChatGPT clicks are not cheap. Okay, they're not amongst the cheapest traffic out there. But for me, it's very worth it. So I'm going to pay more per click, but they're much more likely to buy from me. So make sure that you've got your sales funnel set up and you actually have a way to get leads and make your sales before you start spending money on that expensive traffic. But it converts really, really well. Budget wise, that depends on you, really. It's tough to give you budget advice, not knowing your financial situation. Any advertising that I do, whether it's ChatGPT ads, Facebook ads, TikTok ads, whichever ad platform I'm on, the budget that I am spending, I have to treat it as a business owner that I might not get anything back. Like especially early when I'm testing, I might have to invest in ads and I'll try ad number 1 and it will fail and I'll make nothing. So, and then I'll have to try ad number 2 and 3 and 4. And eventually I find the right ad, the right images, the right targeting, and then it takes off and does really well. But early on, you have got to be willing to invest in ads and maybe not see a return right away. So I can't predict for you what budget you're comfortable with and able to do that. For you, it might be $20 a day. For others, it might be $200 a day. For others, it might be $2,000 a day. So you have to kind of do a gut check and decide what's the maximum amount you can invest in ads, not get a return back, but it's a future investment into like figuring out and dialing in and growing your business. Next question.
Someone also asked, which ChatGPT plan would you recommend, or which one that you use to start out, perhaps?
Which ChatGPT plan?
Yes, for the ads.
Okay. Oh, for ads, you don't need a plan. Yeah, ads are not the ChatGPT ads platform is completely independent from what you're paying. Like as a consumer, if you want to use ChatGPT, you can pay for a subscription there, but it's not needed for being able to make an ads account. What is needed is you need to sign up and you'll have to verify your business. There's like a process where you have to prove who you identify yourself, basically. And then they'll approve your account, but it doesn't cost anything to have an ads account until you're spending money on ads. And hey, before we do the next question, I want to remind everybody, this was just the first bit of content. So in a moment, we're going to wrap up Q&A and I'm going to move on because we've talked about paid ads and ChatGPT ads. And next, we're going to talk about free organic traffic using TikTok and in a very unique type of content that anyone can do, even if you don't want to dance on camera. So, and by the way, I want to tell you in advance, this is not making those corny fake AI influencers or things like that. It's none of that stuff. It's a completely different thing you might not have ever considered before on how to use TikTok and get some amazing results. So we're going to cover that next. So don't go anywhere. And we'll do a couple of more questions and then we're going to move on to the next segment. So what's next? Oh, I think you're still muted, Tristan. There we go.
Someone asked how can Buildy help me get my next customer in the next 30 days?
Well, you just follow along the process. You start by building your website and your sales funnel. You create a way to get leads. You ask Buildy to set up a follow-up email campaign. You run traffic, and you just use Buildy, and he will guide you through that process step by step towards a fully launched business getting traffic coming in. So I think you just naturally talk to Buildy. In fact, you could just sign into your account, start a new project, and ask him, and he'll guide you through exactly how to do that. And oh, by the way, I also do workshops periodically. So I'm going to be doing another workshop that teaches you just that. I have a workshop that we're going to cover in about a week. I'll be doing another one. And on that, it's a live 4-day workshop. It's free. There's no charge for the tickets. And you can join live and get hands-on direct help from me and my team. And we'll walk you through exactly what you just asked there. So if you're on my email list, or you've signed up on Buildy, you'll be getting an email to be invited. So you'll be invited in to attend that. So if you grab your Buildy account, you'll get an email invite. Again, tickets are free. I'm not charging anything to attend the sessions, but we'll be doing that in about a week or so. So keep an eye on your inbox for more info about that.
Someone asked also, just to clarify, they set up those ad campaigns once per project, not once on the account.
Yes, per project. Yeah. Each project has to be connected separately. So let's say I create a business one lives in a project inside of Buildy. And then I create another one. I got business 2 that lives in a project inside Buildy. So I'd have to connect each of those projects separately. And we did that because often people have like literally 2 separate businesses. So you might want one ChatGPT ads account for one, another ChatGPT ads account for the other. Now you can connect them both to the same ChatGPT ads account, no problem. But you might also want to keep them separated. And so that enables you to do that. And we'll do the last question before we move on to the next segment.
Someone asked, does Buildy host my created website?
Yes, it builds your site, your sales funnels, any lead generation funnels. It does all your email marketing. It's literally every single component that your entire business will ever need to launch, grow, and scale, all built into the platform. You don't have to buy hosting. You don't have to buy outside email tools and services. None of that stuff. I hear Nikki, who's attended my workshops, by the way, I'm gonna brag for, hopefully you guys don't mind me bragging for a moment. I didn't say it, Nikki said it, but here, I'll put it up on the screen. Thank you, Nikki. So we'll be doing that. So what you see on the screen there is what you will get, and it's a free ticket. I don't charge anything for attending the workshops. And you will need to use Buildy in order to take action, the actionable steps that She's talking about our inside of Buildy, so you'll need a Buildy account, but there you go. And so with that, we're going to prep for the next segment, and I am going to get a refill on my coffee and get set here on my side. But next up, we're going to be talking about a very simple way to get traffic from TikTok. It's potent, it's powerful, and anyone watching this video right now can do it. It's very easy to do. And hint, hint, I happen to know about this crazy automated AI platform that will just do it for you, but more on that in a little bit. So for that, with that, we'll take our quick break. So I'm going to take a very short break, and then we will be right back with the next segment on getting traffic from TikTok. How long have you been thinking, I want to start my own business, but every time you try to choose what to start, you just freeze. You don't know what the right niche is to start into. You don't know what kind of products or services to sell. You don't know how you'd even launch it. So maybe you go on Google, you watch some YouTube videos, you read some threads in social media, and somehow after doing all that research, somehow you feel even more confused than when you started. Or maybe you did finally get started only to second guess yourself and restart again, jumping from shiny new idea to shiny new idea, but you never truly get launched and get that first customer in the door. If that's you, Buildy.ai made something exactly for you. It's a simple dream business quiz. You just answer a few quick questions. It's a step-by-step simple quiz that anyone can fill out. It'll ask you about where you're at and what you want out of your business and a couple of targeted questions. And in a couple of minutes, Buildy's AI will turn your answers into a personalized plan for a specific business that you can launch now. Not vague advice, a clear answer to the question of what should I actually build. It'll help you with your niche, your offer, the audience, who are you going to sell to, and whether it should be a website, a sales funnel, or even a full-blown software tool that you can then build. And that's the wildest part. At the end of the quiz, not only do you have specific advice on exactly what business you should start, at the click of a button, Buildy.ai creates, hosts, and launches that business with everything you need done for you. Your website, sales funnel, an app if you need to create an app to help get leads, like a quiz or any kind of tools. It builds all of those things. You go from an idea to a live business in minutes with no tech skills needed at all. Then your dream AI team inside Buildy handles your strategy, your design, writing code, taking care of your payments, even doing your customer support. It can help you not only build it and launch it, but help you get your first customers in the door fast. So if you're stuck in the I don't even know where to start phase, go to buildy.ai/quiz, take the quiz, let it pick the right business for you, then let Buildy launch it for you. The thing that you have been overthinking, overanalyzing, second guessing, delaying, postponing, let's put that to rest, launch your business, and get started. Again, head on over. I'll drop the link as well into the comments and description that you'll see down below. And on that note, see you next time. There I am. All right. So some of you are seeing ad breaks from YouTube and some of you are not. So if you're hearing me, hello. We're going to be getting started here in a moment. I have something kind of cool I'm going to offer in a minute or two. I have some additional free training on getting traffic, as well as using Buildy and some other stuff that I'm going to be giving out in a bit. So it is free. I'll be handing that out in a few minutes once we get through the next segment. But to get powered up. I think everybody is back from the ad break, hopefully. And so I'm going to jump in and I'm going to just get started. And again, I am recording this, so I'm going to power through the hook that I'm about to record, which is our intro for the video. And then I'm going to share my screen and we'll dive in and we'll do some stuff together. It'll be an interactive session. All right. In fact, you know what? I should probably have a bunch of things to share with you. So I'm gonna get them over into the right window now rather than while we're live. So bear with me while we do that. And you know what I can do while I'm fiddling with the windows? Tristan, can you help me out with, I'll take a random question while I'm while I'm dragging and dropping windows. And oh, you may need to add yourself to the broadcast. Let's see if no, you're there. Oh, you're muted. Okay.
I'm not seeing any new questions quite yet.
No new questions yet. Okay, cool. Well, I am almost ready. Yeah, I just realized I have like 10 different tabs that I need to show everyone. And got 2 more to go, and then we're set. Yeah, I totally forgot I had them on the wrong screen, on the wrong monitor. And now I think they're all in the right place. And we are good to go. Now over there. Okay, that is the right one. Okay, now we are indeed ready. Next is the unique and pretty awesome TikTok traffic strategy that we're going to do now. Here we go. My teleprompter went to sleep. Here we go. Okay, now here we really go. Most entrepreneurs are ignoring the easiest traffic play right now on TikTok because they think TikTok means videos, right? But the best TikTok format right now for beginners is not video. It's not dances, not skits, not those fake AI influencers that are flooding everyone's feed right now. And definitely, it's not chasing some new trend that dies before you even get your first post started. It's this. TikTok carousels. They're simple swipe posts. Have you ever seen those posts where there's a combination of images and you just kind of swipe through them? Well, if you have the right tools and you know the strategy that I'm about to show you in this video, you can really cash in on them. And right now, they just might be the most underappreciated traffic machine on the entire TikTok platform. Now, let's take a look at this. I want to show you this one. That is 4.4 million views and 2,000 app signups, and he spent $0 simply with this very unique format. And let's take a look at this. This is TikTok's own business case study showing how it's right. It is right there. Showing how this strategy, this format, beat traditional videos. So when it comes to videos, this format that I'm about to show you, that give you more clicks, more engagement, more sales, more everything when you do this right. And so it's going to really pay off for you as you put it to use. Come back here. Because while everyone else is trying to become an entertainer on TikTok, carousels, they let you win with something way easier. All you need is a hook, which is the big idea to grab someone's attention, a few slides made out of images, and you need to give them a reason to keep swiping through your slide deck. And there's one tiny behavior that gives a signal to TikTok to show your post to more people when you do this right. But here's the part that most people miss. carousels don't just get views and virality, they can pull clicks. They can send real traffic. So while everyone else is dancing and being cute and silly and getting no traffic, use this technique that I'm about to show you and you will get the clicks. Now, they can turn a dead TikTok account into an actual audience engine. And if you're starting from zero and new to TikTok, this is probably the format that I'd personally master first in launching a brand new account, because you don't need a camera. You don't need editing skills. You don't need to be charismatic. You just need the right structure of these little image posts, and that's it. So the question is not, do TikTok carousels work? The question really is, why are entrepreneurs still burning hours filming videos when this simple swipe post is already pulling views, clicks, signups, installs, and sales? And now the insane part, you don't even have to build them by hand anymore. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you something even crazier. There's now an AI platform that can build these carousels for you, write them, design them, format them for TikTok, and then actually post them for you. So instead of spending hours trying to make one video, you could launch an entire carousel strategy almost automatically. The bottleneck is not whether carousels work. The bottleneck here is making enough of them. And that's where this AI tool that I'll show you a little later, it gets absolutely ridiculous. But first, you need to understand why this boring little swipe post is quietly beating the content that everyone else is killing themselves to make. Okay, cool. So with that, we're going to share, and I'll show you some examples. And then we'll talk about how to post them. Let's get the screen share back again. I'm going to remove Tristan for a moment and add myself. There I am. All right, so the first thing I would like to do is show you some examples of these, just so you can see just how simple they are. So what you're seeing on the screen is an example of this. And here's another one. And here's another one. Here's another. Pretty simple, right? But it's crazy. I mean, look at this one. Almost 3,000 likes, bunch of comments, bunch of shares, almost 10,000 hearts on this one. Hundreds of shares. Look at that. 4,800 people have saved this one. Now, the thing here is typically what's happening for the psychology of a TikTok user. It's like almost a mindless scroll. And if you use TikTok or you've watched someone use it, you can see it. It turns into this weird, almost hypnotic state where you're like, next, 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 next. And there's something magical about these, whether you call them carousels or you call them slide posts is another thing I've seen people call them. You have to stop, you look at it, and you have to engage with it. You got to now you stop swiping to the next video, you start swiping sideways to read and engage with the post. And it's just not my opinion. TikTok themselves, corporate TikTok, is acknowledging that this format is far more effective than some of the simpler ones, because it's easier to break someone out of that hypnotic, endless scrolling state and get them to pay attention. And you make these slideshows to be relevant to your audience. So think of it this way. Let's say in my example, I'm trying to reach entrepreneurs who have an idea in their mind and they want to start a business. Their very next step is to build a website and launch their business, right? So I could make a set of carousels and I could say the 5 steps that anyone can use to launch their first business. And step 1, we'll start and tease them a little bit, and they'll have to swipe to see step 2, swipe to see step 3, and so forth. And also, you can do them with stunning visuals. You can do it with information, literally just text on the screen, like you saw in some of those examples that I was just showing. Many of them were just screenshots and examples. Some of them are like AI-generated people with text overlaid on top. They're very easy to make. And again, the platform I'm going to talk about in just a little bit will just do it for you automatically. So let's take a look back again. And I want to show you a couple of these case studies so you can see a little more about how powerful they truly can be. So this was the first one I talked about. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And by the way, I have some additional training, including links to all these resources and some notes and guides. And I'll be talking more about that in a minute if you'd like to get all of that for free. But sneak peek, if you go to billsbundle.com, that's billsbundle.com, you'll be able to get a copy of all of this for free. So here's somebody posting on Reddit explaining his success. 7 days, no ads. So for free, he got 4.4 million TikTok views, and he did not make a video. And here's the step-by-step process. And we'll be sharing this with you as well. Just go to billsbundle.com to sign up for that. Here is another Reddit post. 1,000 downloads of my mobile app from faceless TikTok carousels. Okay? And then he goes into the method. So I'm going to break this down into a written guide, and I'll give it to all of you for free. Again, just subscribe to billsbundle.com and grab your copy there for free. And then here's another one. This is another person posting on Reddit. Do you use TikTok carousels for marketing? And then here is after 2 months of posting 3 times a day, okay? 2.2 million views, 63,000 likes. One carousel got 710,000 views. Pretty crazy. So this is a great way to launch into TikTok if you're anxious or nervous about having to be a funny personality or a dancing person or doing skits or all those stuff. You can skip all of that and use this strategy instead. And of course, back to this. This is from the official TikTok for Business page, talking about their big brands. And over again, TikTok is really pushing carousels. Now, of course, they want you to spend money on them with ads, but you don't have to. You can do carousels both in paid ads, but also for free. Now, I want to show you this article as well. So this is not just my opinion. TikTok is pushing brands to post photos instead of videos. And this article goes on to explain some of the results from brands, big brands that are actually going out and doing these TikTok image carousel posts. So I'll link to all these resources and pull it all together into a guide for you. Again, just go to billsbundle.com and you'll be able to get your copy of that. Now I want to talk about how can you take advantage of this automatically? Well, that's where Buildy.ai comes in. And in Buildy is a brand new feature that we're launching literally today. It went live just moments before recording this video. Buildy will now create your TikTok carousels. You can turn on your microphone, have a nice chat by voice with Buildy, talk to him about your ideas, brainstorm out with him what you should put in your carousels, and he will make them for you. And not just make them, you can connect your TikTok account, and with one click, they're posted. So you don't even have to mess with TikTok in order to do this. It is awesome. So now you start up your TikTok account, you start posting carousels, and you should post a lot. I think that's the thing that people really don't understand about TikTok, is it takes a high volume of posting to really make that work. So post at least one of these a day. And initially, if your account is new, there are other steps that you're going to want to take to grow your account and do this at the same time. But if you've got a TikTok account that you've been using, for example, and maybe it's gone cold because it takes so much effort to try to make all of the video content, well, Now you have a solution to do something far easier. All it takes is a Buildy.ai account, and you will be able to do this too. So go to Buildy.ai and claim your account. And by the way, when you grab my special bundle of free training, you're going to get free training from me. You're going to get access to our weekly newsletter about how to build and grow your business. You're going to get access to a 10-day free trial of Buildy.ai. And I'll give you the guide that will walk you through how to do this. So now I will pull up the screen and I'm going to show you how to make these carousel posts using Buildy. All right. Now I want to tell you, full disclosure, this is the first time I have personally used this feature. It was quite literally pushed live. And here, note for editor, you can edit this piece out. But for the live audience here, again, you guys all get it. It's all in Buildy. We've added it today. I have personally not used it. My team has been testing it. My team has been working on it. So I'm going to be like on the high wire without a net here with you in a moment. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to try to make one of these together. And one thing I want to do, I don't know if he can hear me. Let me see if I can get a hold of Dylan. I didn't ask. Let's see, can I make TikTok by voice? I want to make sure they have enabled voice for the new TikTok carousels. Good, awesome. And so here, I am going to go back to my account here. And I am going to connect my TikTok account. Okay, and oh, I need to show you guys. Okay, so to get started, of course, you will need your Buildy.ai account. You go into projects that you have made in Buildy, you click Manage, you click Marketing and Ads, and then you will see TikTok is now available for you. You simply click the button here to connect it. So you click that, and you can't see it on the screen. It's a pop-up that comes up, and you authorize it, and now it is connected. Okay, so at that point, I by hand can come down here, and I can make social media posts to TikTok. I can make them here by hand. But what I want to show you is how to speak them into existence. So to do that, we're going to bring Buildy, the voice of version of Buildy, back online. Let me get my second microphone so I can talk to Buildy. And here we go. Oh, hold on. I'm going to have to restart this. 1 second. I forgot I muted my browser. So here we go. Okay. Browser is unmuted. Take two.
Hey, Bill. Welcome back. The email sequence trigger is sorted and your ChatGPT
Yeah, so,
ad
hey,
campaign
Buildy,
is...
let's just get right to it. I heard that you can make TikTok carousel posts. Is that correct?
That's right. I can create TikTok photo carousels, anywhere from 5 to 9 slides, each with its own AI-generated image. They're saved as drafts for you to publish. What did you have in mind?
Yeah, I want to do one. Let's do a 5-slide TikTok carousel. But what ideas do you have for what can we make one? I'd like to get some ideas. You know, our target obviously is entrepreneurs and solopreneurs who are like early. They're thinking about starting a business or they're just starting one. So what could we make for them?
A few angles come to mind for that audience. One that tends to perform really well on TikTok is a step-by-step framework, something like the 5 things to do before you launch your business, because early-stage entrepreneurs are hungry for a checklist they can actually follow. Another angle would be myth busting.
No, I love that one. Let's go with that. let's just go right to it. I love that idea. Perfect. Let's do it.
Love it. Let's get that going now. The team is putting together 5 punchy myth-busting slides, each paired with a bright, scroll-stopping image built for TikTok's format. The copy will be short and confident, the kind of thing that makes someone stop mid-scroll because it hits on something they actually believed. It'll come through as a draft, so you can review everything before it goes anywhere. I'll let you know as soon as it's ready. While we wait, this kind of content pairs really well with an email sequence. If someone sees the TikTok and clicks through to Buildy, you'd want something waiting to pull them in further. Is that something you'd want to set up?
Yeah, it sounds awesome. So just to confirm, you're saying you can do all of my email marketing for me?
Yes, I can build out full, multi-step email sequences, so things like a welcome series, a nurture sequence, or an onboarding flow. I can also create broadcast drafts for one-off sends like announcements or promotions. The one thing you handle on your end is the actual sending and scheduling of broadcasts. That's done through the dashboard UI. Everything else, the copy, the structure, the AI personalization, I take care of.
So I just have to schedule it and hit send. That's it?
Exactly. You review it, schedule it, and hit send. Everything else is handled on my end.
All right, cool. Well, I'll talk to you about that another day. But for now, let's finish our TikTok carousel post and let me know as soon as it's ready, and we'll go quiet until then.
Sounds good. I'll flag you the moment it's done.
All right, cool. Buildy is always very helpful. He likes to guide you into your next steps, as you notice. He'll often, once he starts one step, he's going to recommend what you should often do next. And if you're not sure what you need to do to launch your business, like we had someone on the live show asking, how do I start a business and get it profitable in 30 days? Well, ask Buildy. He'll guide you through the process. He'll guide you through and even do market research. He'll go search the web and help you pick what niche market to go into, what products to sell. He'll build your website, set up your store, your shopping cart, sales funnels, email follow-up sequences, and then he starts to help you get traffic, including social media posts, ads, and everything you need to actually launch and have real people and get real sales in the door all in one platform, and all just by having a nice English conversation or Spanish or French, but a nice, simple conversation with Buildy. He does speak in different languages. He is multilingual, but you just have a conversation with him and he'll help you build all of those things. And it's not like you have to have a dozen different tools that you have to figure out how to make them all work together. It's in one single platform. It handles your hosting, your email infrastructure, all of your social media calendar. And one thing I'm going to show you in a minute is a whole other feature that we're constantly pushing new features to the platform. And I snuck in a feature, well, the team did, where Joe on our team actually worked hard on this, and he created an entire social media scheduling calendar where you can schedule out all of your posting across X, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and I think I'm missing some, but then there's more. So, and you have a simple calendar to view all of your upcoming posts and to schedule and plan your entire social media calendar. And you can do all of that too by talking to Buildy, and he'll help you schedule them into the calendar.
Bill, it's done. Your 5-slide TikTok carousel is ready as a draft. Each slide tackles one of those "I need this before I can start" myths, with bold coral, teal, and yellow imagery designed to stop the scroll. You can see it in the dashboard right now. One thing to note, you'll need your TikTok account connected under Manage and then Integrations before you can publish. Want to tackle anything else while you're here?
No, I think that's it for now. Let me go through here and I'm going to find it. 1 second.
You still there, Bill?
Here, I'm going to hang up on Buildy. I'm trying to get to the post. Let's see, here we go. Where is it? Okay, cool. Oh, I see. The images are just loading slowly. Okay, here, let me just get it shared back again. Hey, there we go. So you can see the post, the images in the center. You can see the text that goes along with your post, your caption, your hashtags that it chose for you. And we can scroll through and see the different elements of the slide. And there's the 5th slide. And all we have to do now, we can come up here, like I'll show you the schedule feature. I can come up here and say schedule. So let's say I want to post it in the future. So I can, I'll put it on 06 at 3:50 p.m. And then I say confirm schedule. Boom, it's scheduled. So it's now in my social media calendar and ready to go. So by the way, I want to show you that really quickly. You can come here and let's see, how do I get to my calendar? Go to social media, calendar, right there. And so you can see here is my scheduled calendar. There is my post that we just did here, scheduled for this day here. I can click it and preview it again. I could cancel it. I can reschedule it. I can delete it. I could have also edited this had I wanted to. Here are other examples of other content that we have scheduled. So we can view that one. Here's another social media post we did. This one was for Facebook, actually. Here are some others. And by the way, carousels are not limited to TikTok. So you can do carousels, and they're very effective on Instagram, and you can do them on Facebook ads, and you can do them on LinkedIn. Has kind of a version of this where it's like almost like a patchwork of images that you can put on LinkedIn. But Buildy connects with all of those platforms. So now you can have social media help you come up with ideas, help you write all the copy, hashtags, everything you need. You just review it, make sure that you're happy with it. If you're not, you can change it, edit it, redo it, and then you schedule it into your social media calendar, and it's just taken care of. You don't have to think about this at all anymore. Pretty simple. So if you would like to make automated, AI-powered TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn carousels, you can now do that and schedule them and manage your whole social media schedule all inside Buildy.ai. Now, I do want to remind you that I'm going to offer a special bundle. It's called Bill's Bundle. So if you go to billsbundle.com, grab it there, and you're going to get access to special traffic training from me, including the guide step-by-step on how to actually make these by hand, best practices, what kind of images and ideas work best for these carousel posts, along with other traffic strategies that we'll be releasing every single week. You're going to get our extra training on traffic. You're going to get access to our Ingeniosity weekly newsletter. We have more strategies about launching and growing businesses every single week. And you're going to get a 10-day free trial of Buildy so that you can get in. It's a credit card required free trial, so I'll let you know in advance. You'll get in, sign up, you put in your card, you won't be charged anything for 10 full days. So you can implement the strategy I just showed you, and you can see for yourself how powerful this is before you ever have to pay one single penny. So you can grab that whole bundle by going to billsbundle.com. And on that note, if you got value from this video, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. And I would love to know, what other features would you like Buildy to have? We're building new features constantly. Tell me, what do you want Buildy to do for you when it comes to building and growing your business? Drop them in those comments down below. I would love to hear more. And of course, if you want more content like this, we do it every week. Often we're live here, and whether it's on YouTube or other channels, I'm live very often doing live interactive training. Plus, we release video trainings every single week. So I advise, go over to YouTube and subscribe. You'll see down below this video, if you're on YouTube, you'll see a red subscribe button. Give it a tap. I would love to see you next time. And until then, bye for now. Okay, we're not going nowhere, audience. We are set. So again, I want to remind everybody, it's billsbundle.com, and I'll pin that. That's the new pin I want to do. I'll pin this one. Let me pin, boom, pinned. Okay, so billsbundle.com, that's where you grab that. And for the live audience here, I'm putting together the extra bonus training that you just heard me talk about, and I'm going to email it to everyone. You'll get that tomorrow. If you subscribe today, tomorrow I will email out the free bonus training. And in that training guide, I'll have all the links that I showed you to the case studies, the news articles. There'll be a step-by-step how-to, and it'll all be in that extra bonus guide. So go grab billsbundle.com. Even if you're already a Buildy subscriber, it'd be great to get it anyway. You'll get subscribed to our weekly newsletter, plus you'll be getting our bonus extra traffic training. So yeah, what I plan to do is weekly, roughly. So I would say anywhere from 2 to 4 times a month, I want to drop some training on traffic strategies to everyone who is subscribed to the bundle. Okay, awesome. So with that, we're going to do Q&A. I see a lot of great questions coming in. So I'll give you a moment to get your questions together in the chat. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back with the next round of questions. And let me think, which one am I going to play? We'll do school. Here we go. Trying to start a business alone is the hardest way to do it. If you're building with AI, you do not have to build in a vacuum. This is exactly why we have created our Builders community. It is a private Buildy community. As all of the customers and fans of Buildy AI, we've gathered together on School. If you've never used a School platform, it's a great place to go to have communities where people can hang out together, help each other, and we all can be accountable, help out with tips, advice, help debug things. It is packed with entrepreneurs right now all using Buildy.ai to launch and grow real businesses. You'll see people building niche brands. You'll see them building e-commerce stores. Maybe they're creating ebooks and trainings and things like information products. You'll even see people building full software businesses inside of Buildy AI, and they're all collaborating in there. There are thousands of them in there ready to help you on your entrepreneurial journey. So instead of guessing in silence, you can drop your idea into the School group, talk about your niche, your offer, your pages, pop them right into the group and get feedback, support, ideas. And these are all people that are on the exact same path as you are. So if you're stuck on what to launch, ask the builders. You're not sure what pricing you should charge? Well, jump into School and ask the builders. You need a push to finally hit that launch? That's what our Builders community is for. It's community, it's advice, it's real examples from other real founders, all leveraging the most powerful AI business builder on the planet. And that, of course, is Buildy.ai. And so if you're serious about being an entrepreneur, don't try to white knuckle it all by yourself. Instead, join Builders, which is our Buildy School group. I'll drop that link into the comments or description below. Hit the link, check it out, drop into Builders, say hi. I'll reach out to you directly once you join, plug into the community there. We want to see your Buildy powered business win. All right, am I muted or am I not muted? It automatically unmuted me. How about that? Fantastic. So, by the way, who here is a Buildy user? I saw some people saying some nice things about Buildy in the chat, and I'm curious, those of you who are Buildy users, how's it going for you? Yeah, how you liking it? One of the things that I have found fascinating, I've been building products for entrepreneurs and businesses for 25, well, I've been serving the entrepreneurial community and small businesses for about 15 years now, making software tools and services and other things. And Buildy is the stickiest meaning like it has the most amount of people using the platform than anything I have ever created. I think we've built something really special. And it is, I would say, more than double any other tool, any other software tool, web service, or anything else I've ever offered. More than double the amount of customers are actually using it. As opposed to, there's a lot of people in the entrepreneurial world that they like to buy products. I'm guilty of this. I'll buy a product, I'll use it once or twice, and then I forget about it, right? And it becomes one of those subscriptions that just bills in the background. And then it's like, oh yeah, I forgot I bought that last year. So, but what's happening with Buildy is a whole different phenomenon. People are actually using it every single day. And soon, I think we're going to have a little dashboard we're going to show on the Buildy homepage to show how many people are using it and what's happening on the platform, like in real time. It's awesome. It really is awesome. So it's Buildy.ai is something special. It is truly, finally, I think maybe for the first time in entrepreneurial history, one single platform where you can start with an idea in your mind to launching, fulfilling, taking your orders, your subscribers, your credit card processing, all of it, all the way through to launching and scaling up and growing your business. And you don't need any other tool. You just need one thing, Buildy.ai. So, okay, enough about that. Let's actually go to questions. So Tristan, I'll go back to you and let me know what questions have we got. Oh, you're muted. So I think you have to unmute yourself. There you go.
Someone asked, with TikTok, can I target specific locations like all of California only?
Well, if you're doing ads, yes. But if you're doing organic, what you'll want to do is post content that specifically calls out the areas and cities and regions that you're trying to target. And there are signals that you can send that your account is a local account, but when you post content, it's really up to what TikTok just organically shows it to. If you want tight control, then TikTok ads can give you closer, tighter control about where your ads show.
Another question would be, will other platforms be added in the future?
Yes. What platforms do you want? I know we have a vote for Pinterest. I don't know. I think Michaela has been lobbying me for some time to get Pinterest going. I don't know if anybody else wants Pinterest, but what platforms do you want? All right. And next up. Oh, Tristan, you there?
Yes, that's about all I'm seeing so far.
Ah, okay. Okay. Cool. I see another vote for Pinterest. That's good. Oh, somebody says blogs, but so May Mass, Buildy already does blogging. Maybe you didn't know that. Who here didn't know that Buildy does all your blogging for you? It's already built in. You can create your very own blog right on the site that Buildy creates for you. No need for WordPress or tools like that. It's just built in. You can log in. You can actually have Buildy write blog posts for you. I recommend you give them a human review. Don't just let it blindly post. You don't want to post a bunch of slop to your site. So let Buildy write the articles, and I like to edit them and add extra value to them before posting. But it can write them, brainstorm up the concepts, give you the first draft, and then you just hit post after you've edited it. It's all built into the platform already. Here's the thing. So Tristan, this is something that I find interesting. There's a lot of customers that are just like, who was it that asked that? That was Maymass, who have a Buildy account and they just have no idea of all of the stuff we have added in there. Because Buildy started out, before I was working with you, all it was a vibe coding tool, right? It just made apps and, you could build a website with it. And that was about it. And now it's a full-blown marketing engine and a full-blown email marketing engine. And by the way, coming soon, SMS, not just email. Right now, it already does voice. So it does voice outbound and inbound voice AI, as well as coming soon, SMS. Any votes for SMS? If I could put up like 10 hands, I would. SMS is absolutely a game changer for my business. So when I send an SMS message, it gets so much more clicks and interest and attention than sending an email. And so SMS is about to be on the platform. So yeah, give me a vote in the chat. Who wants SMS? You can vote. I'm voting twice, so you can vote up to twice. Okay. Any other questions, Tristan?
Someone asked how many credits is used by Buildy to create these carousels?
It depends on how many images you make. So one of the things about how credits work is if you're using, there are different things that draw credits. If you're using the text chat and you're not talking to Buildy by voice, every time you submit a message, it uses one message credit. And like, for example, the Pro plan, I think, comes with 300 message credits. So it will use one of those when you send a message. But then you also have to realize that every time it makes an image, that also uses some credits. I think most images use half a credit. So if I make, let's say I make 6 images, that's going to cost me 3 credits, half a credit per image. So you get charged for the AI message, but also if it's building and making images, then that will also be a thing that takes credits out.
Peace asks, does Buildy give you a domain?
Yes, so you can, let me show you. Come into Buildy, under Manage, you can come over here to where domains and email, right there, okay? Here's my project, it already has a domain on it. So not only does it give you a domain, it handles all your email infrastructure. So marketing emails, plus an email inbox. So if you want to be able to send business mail from your official business domain, we do that for you too. You get one custom domain mailbox for free. And then we do all of the infrastructure and setup, and there's a whole bunch of technical steps to be able to properly do email marketing. We just do it all for you. We do all the infrastructure, all the sending, all the receiving, plus the domain. So that's all under domains and email in your account. And there you go. What's next?
Devon asks, how does the carousel work on different types of apps, specifically on Meta, Messenger, TikTok, Instagram?
Yeah, each one is different. So on Instagram, they're very similar to TikTok. And on Instagram, it's a message that you can swipe one to the next, or you like a little arrow you can click. On Facebook, the weird thing about Facebook is you can only make carousels through a paid ad. You can't make them to just by logging into the Facebook interface. So it's only through a paid ad. They look very similar to Instagram. On TikTok, I showed you some examples. They're like a little slideshow that goes by on the screen on TikTok. On LinkedIn, they don't quite come out like a carousel. They put them together almost like think of like a quilt where they do a patchwork of, I'm trying to think of the word for that. The patchwork of images, they kind of stitch them together, and it goes along with your text post on LinkedIn. X does not do carousels. I think that covers them all. Yeah.
I
see a note for Threads, for us to support Threads. I hadn't thought about that one. Do you know, Tristan, how in use is Threads? Do you know any, I don't know if you've seen any recent social media stats or anything to know if Threads is worth doing stuff on?
Not specifically, but from my experience, Threads is kind of integrated into Instagram. Like they show up, usually as a promotion on Instagram. So if you're
Oh,
scrolling,
I see. It's like a
sometimes
cross post. So if you post on Instagram, it crosses over to Threads. Okay, well, let's do a little more research on that. So, by the way, Tristan is our resident social media master. So she sounds very humble behind the scenes, but she's a powerhouse on this topic. So she'll let's research that. If you want to dig in a little more to see if Threads is worth us supporting, or who knows, maybe we'll even do some content about it in the future.
Absolutely.
Oh, I also see Rutro found the word I couldn't think of. That was collage. Collage was the word that was escaping me. So LinkedIn does a collage of images is how they do it. Cool. Next question.
Maymass asks, if you upload your own images, will no credits be used?
I am pretty sure the answer is that they will not use credits if you use your own image. I'll have to verify that to be 100% sure, but I'm 99.9% sure that it will not use a credit if you upload your own image.
And those are all the questions as of right now.
Okay, great. Oh, I see Al, looks like, is that Al Thompson? Yeah, Al Thompson wishing me well. Yeah, I did 2 weeks ago, I did a workshop where I was live for how many days in a row was that? That was 6 days in a row. So 6 days in a row, I was on the air for an hour to 2 hours each day. I think one day we went 3 hours, and about halfway through my voice started to go. Yeah, it was weird. So my voice would start to go out, and then I would get these coughing attacks. It was awful. And yet I still had to power through and keep delivering the show. So I'd deliver the live show, and then I'd have to rest my voice and go silent until the next day. But thanks for the well wishes. Yeah. But yeah, I'll be doing that again. We'll be doing another workshop in about a week. All right, well then we're going to do final call for questions. And I want to remind everyone that you can go to billsbundle.com, and over there you're going to get access to bonus traffic training if you want to learn more about how to get traffic. Something I've been really good at over the years. Driven hundreds of millions of clicks to my websites. And there's some pretty interesting traffic strategies. And we kind of have I'm always in the lab, I call it cooking, right? I'm in the lab, not cooking meth. That sounds kind of weird, but I'm in the lab cooking up traffic strategies for our own businesses. So I'm always looking for that next cutting edge advantage. And so for those of you who are in Bill's Bundle, I'll be sharing those with you as we discover them. And then on top of that, you get our weekly Ingeniosity newsletter, which is all about how to build and start businesses and grow them. And you get a 10-day free trial of Buildy.ai, all by going through the bundle. So billsbundle.com, go and grab that. And of course, everyone here should have a Buildy account. It is, I know it's my platform. I know I'm promoting it here, right? And I'm biased, but quite honestly, it is the most important AI tool that you could have as an entrepreneur. It really, really is. Whether I was selling it or not, I would be a customer. I'd have I'd max out my Buildy account. I use it every day to build my own businesses. I build my sales funnels in it. I build any shops or stores, I build them in there. Any apps I want, I build them in there. Any marketing that I want to do in social media or paid ads, I do in Buildy. My email marketing, I do in Buildy. And so whether you're starting a brand new business and you want to launch a brand new website or funnel, or you might have an existing business and you want some power tools where you have one place to go, rather than having to figure out how to use duct tape and stitch us all together and have 14 different tools talking to each other, you just go to one place. It's like the ultimate entrepreneur's power tool. Every entrepreneur should have it. get your copy at buildy.ai. You can try it. I know I'm hyping it up. You got 10 days to try it for free. If you don't think it does what I say it does, you can cancel. Won't cost you a penny. And with that, we'll do the last questions.
Nikki asks, can you also dump information into Buildy for your projects, like URLs and PDFs to give inspiration?
Some things. There's different files that are allowed to be uploaded. URLs, absolutely. You can put in and say, hey, Buildy, I want you to go look at this link and do some research for me, and it will. Or you could say, hey, Buildy, I want to make a website that looks just like this one, and it will copy the color scheme and the general vibe and feel of the website. Which, by the way, somebody who is pretty darn good at design and who just recently, she showed me just the other day, this amazing site she designed. So Tristan, I'll put you on the spot. You did that. You used that feature, right? Didn't you take a link and you showed it to Buildy and said, make me something like this, if I'm remembering that right?
I did. I used it to kind of mimic someone's onboarding form for clients.
There you go. And any other questions?
Someone asks, what level of Buildy is needed to be able to use these two traffic methods that you showed today?
Well, right now, we release these in beta. And when I release them in beta, they're available to, I think, almost every level. Once I remove them, I remove the beta label off of it. It's no longer, I'm giving it away free right now. So you should be able to use it no matter what level you're at. But as soon as I take it out of beta and then it's no longer free, it's going to end up being a pro only feature. So you'll need the pro level in the long term. Right now, I've released it temporarily for free so everyone can use it, play around with it, decide if it's something you like or not, but eventually it will be locked into the pro plans.
Speaking of plans, the Chaz Media asks, what plan do I need for the 2 domains that she has?
Well, you can make 2 projects and have 2 different domains on any of the plans. It really depends on how many of the advanced features that you want and how aggressive of a user you are. Like I have people that are on the platform that are using hundreds and hundreds, even thousands of credits a month. And then we have people that just log in and use it, every once in a while. So it depends a little bit on how much you're going to use it. And it depends on if you want the power features, I would recommend the pro plan. So if you want to make sure all your email marketing is handled, all your social media, all your ads and all that stuff, then definitely go for the pro plan.
Wesley is asking, is Ingeniosity still weekly?
It is. I know it went on hiatus for a little while. So Ingeniosity is the newsletter my son Nick runs, and I don't think we've sent out an issue recently. So we're bringing it back to a weekly newsletter.
Al is wondering, how can he get in touch with you for a business proposal?
Reach out through our support channels. That's help@buildy.ai. And by the way, that's for support anyway. So anyone here, if you happen to need support, tech support, customer service, or you want to get through to me, you can send an email to help@buildy.ai. And if you want to try to get something through to me, all you have to do is just put a note right in the subject line saying that you were talking to me on my live show, or you can put it at the top of the email. We were on the live show, and I asked you to send me something and ask them to please forward it on to me. And they will.
J&D asks, how much is the pro plan?
Right now, the pro plan is $99 a month. Which, by the way, one thing that I don't think I market this nearly enough. If you stacked up all of the tools that you can cancel for that $99 subscription, you can cancel your social media scheduler. any AI tools that you're using to make images or content or blog posts, cancel them. Any tools that you have you're using for email marketing, cancel them. Research, niche research, cancel them. Web hosting, cancel those too. I added it all up, and I wasn't trying to make it extra big for any reason. I went and I took every tool, and I took kind of like the average household known tool for that category, added it all up. It was $1,200 a month in tools that we replace with one subscription of $99 a month. Pretty crazy.
Corey
Next
asks,
up, yeah.
will this take over House Call Pro?
I don't know what House Call Pro is. That must be another marketing system. If it is, probably. Do you know what House Call Pro is, Tristan?
I have not heard of it before, but upon just looking it up, it appears to be a client management app.
Oh, okay. It could absolutely do that. I mean, that's kind of the thing about Buildy that's so hard to try to describe, because you can go into Buildy and say, I want to make a client management app, and it will literally build you an entire client management app. And then also do all of the marketing for you. It takes care of the database, logins, payments, all that stuff is just handled. And it can build almost anything. So if you want to make a customer relationship management app, if you want to make like a calculator or something that helps people organize, and or if you want a meal planner or a recipe app or whatever, it can build any of those things. So it's really depends on how much time and effort you want to put into it, but it can build anything. Well, almost anything, I should say. Okay. Any other questions?
I believe the next question would be, what is involved in the Pro plan on Buildy?
So the Pro plan comes with all of the features. So you have email marketing, social media marketing, you have paid advertising. Well, actually, I'm going to log in and look, but I just noticed this. I want to show this off here. So how's that for some immediate payoff from some training? So that's what happens when you take quick action. So I really want to highlight this. They went out, took the training, took the tips I talked about, went out, put it into action, and is already getting results. So that's what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. So well done on that. That's awesome. Okay, Pro plan. Let me share my screen, and then we'll look at a Pro plan. Let's see, where do I do that? That is, I think I go here. There we go. This text is tiny probably, but let me see if I can zoom it. So hopefully you can see this. So it comes with the strategist and research agent, does design, does coding, web hosting, custom domains. You can actually build AI into your apps. I love doing this. So I can actually make an app that has AI features in it and then sell that to my customers. Of course, you can remove the Buildy branding on this level. So your sites are, don't have a built by Buildy tag. You get access to our priority support. You get social media generation and posting, email copywriting and sending, all the email infrastructure. Our AI search engine optimizations. If you want to rank in Google and ChatGPT and Google Gemini, got you covered. Comes with blogging and content management. So being able to write and post and schedule blog posts on your site. Comes with ad generation and posting. You saw on the early first half of the live show, we did ads on ChatGPT Ads as an example. It comes with AI voice agents and AI text agents. And soon, SMS. So a lot of stuff for merely $99 a month for a power tool like that. All right. Next question.
Those are all the questions at the moment.
Okay. Well, then I think that was our last call for questions. And I keep seeing more Pinterest votes in the chat. Throughout the chat, I keep seeing more people voting for Pinterest. So maybe we're going to have to do that one. We'll see. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to wrap us up on a little ad for, we'll go to Buildy. And I'll put Roxy up for a minute. Let me find the ad. All right, here it is. Okay, cool. Well, I do want to let everybody here, before I go, subscribe. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, do that down below. Before you go, hit that red subscribe button. We're putting content out all the time. Tristan is now a part of the team who will help me be much more consistent on posting really valuable and helpful content for you. And we'll be putting stuff out every single week. Just subscribe to the channel here. Of course, I would love it if you would give that thumbs up on this post. It would help us in the YouTube algorithm. And with that, we're going to wrap it up. So Tristan, thank you so much for your help today. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on. It was awesome talking to you guys.
Okay, awesome. Well, with that, we're going to head out of here. So here's our final commercial for Buildy, and I'll see you all sometime soon. Bye for now. Can I ask you a brutally honest question? How long have you been, quote, starting a business in your head? Has it been days, weeks, months, years? What if this time, right now, you didn't have to learn code, you didn't have to design a website, you didn't have to figure out ads or funnels or any of that stuff at all. You didn't even have to figure out what niche market to go into. But what if all you had to do is tell an AI, hey, build me a business around this idea. And then the entire startup team of 7 different AI agents went to work on your behalf and built it for you. That's exactly what Buildy.ai does right now. It gives you 7 different AI teammates that work on your behalf. You have a strategist that helps you find your niche idea, product ideas, pricing, and anything you need in terms of advice to get started. You have a designer agent that makes your brand, your pages, your logos, they look beautiful and legitimate and professional. You'll have an engineer that writes all the code that runs your business. It sets up your hosting, your databases, and everything you need to launch. You'll also have a marketer that builds your funnels, your emails, your ads, all the stuff that gets you traffic and customers. And then you have an operator that answers your phone, does your chat support, and follows up with leads while you sleep. So whether you want a niche online store, an info product business where you sell ebooks or trainings or courses, maybe you have a local service that you want to have published online to finally look professional and slick, or maybe you'd like to start a software business. Well, you bring the vision, the AI team builds the business for you end to end. Over 7,000 entrepreneurs are already doing this with Buildy right now. If you don't have a business yet, but you know you want one this year, go to Buildy.ai, sign up. You can try it out for free. Decide if it's good for you. I think you'll be blown away. And then you get to let our AI team build the thing you've been overthinking about for way too long. Head on over there. I'll drop that link in the comment or description as well. Get started building your either first or next business. I'll see you over there. How long have you been thinking, I want to start my own business? But every time you try to choose what to start, you just freeze. You don't know what the right niche is to start into. You don't know what kind of products or services to sell. You don't know how you'd even launch it. So maybe you go on Google, you watch some YouTube videos, you read some threads in social media, and somehow after doing all that research, somehow you feel even more confused than when you started. Or maybe You did finally get started, only to second guess yourself and restart again, jumping from shiny new idea to shiny new idea, but you never truly get launched and get that first customer in the door. If that's you, Buildy.ai made something exactly for you. It's a simple dream business quiz. You just answer a few quick questions. It's a step-by-step simple quiz that anyone can fill out. It'll ask you about where you're at and what you want out of your business and a couple of targeted questions. And in a couple of minutes, Buildy's AI will turn your answers into a personalized plan for a specific business that you can launch now. Not vague advice, a clear answer to the question of what should I actually build. It'll help you with your niche, your offer, the audience, who are you going to sell to, and whether it should be a website, a sales funnel, or even a full-blown software tool that you can then build. And that's the wildest part. At the end of the quiz, not only do you have specific advice on exactly what business you should start, at the click of a button, Buildy.ai creates, hosts, and launches that business with everything you need done for you. Your website, sales funnel, an app if you need to create an app to help get leads like a quiz or any kind of tools. It builds all of those things. You go from an idea to a live business in minutes with no tech skills needed at all. Then your dream AI team inside Buildy handles your strategy, your design, writing code, taking care of your payments, even doing your customer support. It can help you not only build it and launch it, but help you get your first customers in the door fast. So if you're stuck in the I don't even know where to start phase, go to buildy.ai/quiz, take the quiz, let it pick the right business for you, then let Buildy launch it for you. The thing that you have been overthinking, overanalyzing, second guessing, delaying, postponing, let's put that to rest, launch your business, and get started. Again, head on over. I'll drop the link as well into the comments and description that you'll see down below. And on that note, see you next time.